So two things just jump out right here. Is that the Miami Dolphins clearly, based on what Omar Kelly just said, clearly feel that Ramsey's departure is an addition by subtraction. Mm-hmm. And that whatever was going on last year in the final throws that created poor team chemistry is going to be fixed by Minkah Fitzpatrick coming in, Jalen Ramsey going out. And the Dolphins need to start fast, and you look at their schedule. If you can call up the Miami Dolphins schedule, there it is. They do have the ability to start fast. I mean, in this league where you look at the Steelers schedule, the Packers schedule, right? And we'll look at the Steelers schedule again shortly. It's just chock full of must-see television, heavyweight playoff contending matchups. And 4 of the first 5 didn't make the playoffs for the Dolphins on their schedule. The only one are the Bills.
Yeah, they could start 4-1 very easily.
So they, again, if you're just describing last year's record to this year's team. Mm-hmm. But they can start fast, and they just need Tua healthy. My God, they need him healthy. Unless, the perfect opportunity is if Tua's going to be out, do it week 4 when the Jets come in and have Zach Wilson score 4 touchdowns on him.
That would be hilarious.
That would be very Jets-like on a Monday night for the whole country to see.
It would be very Jets-like.
And, we shall see how, again, they are a fast team. They are a quick team. They're just on the back end of their defense now, certainly on the edges, completely green. Yeah. Anthony Weaver, D.C., is going to have a lot of coaching up to do. And then the Steelers thing. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, you look at their schedule right there. It is chock full of landmines and must-see television, big-time matchups. They're going to have their work cut out for them. But before they get to this, apparently, from what Jerry Dulac had to say, they got their work cut out for them with T.J. Watt, who wants to be paid more than Myles Garrett entering age 31 year. He wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Would he be willing to do that for fewer years? Maybe. The Steelers, according to Jerry Dulac, though, need to spread it out. And I heard, he wants to be paid all this money, and the Steelers want to, pay him less, but spread it out. And TJ Watt knows there's going to be phony money. I don't want to be 33 and having to deal with this again.
Right, he'll be 31 in October.
Correct. This is age 31 year.
Yeah.
And listen, my 2 cents on this is the Steelers, unfortunately, do not, you could say leverage. They can make them play it out and then have a franchise tag. What do we even... I can't imagine it goes to that. I cannot imagine, because I don't think T.J. Watt would play. I don't know. What are you're gonna take this guy and make him hold out into the season on you?
But what are you gonna do? Give him a 3 for 120 with 80 guaranteed or something?
They don't have a choice.
Yeah.
They don't have a choice when it all comes down to it. And I don't know when midnight's going to strike, but you just heard Jerry Dulac say it's going to be in training camp. So buckle up, Steeler fans. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to get done because it has to.
And Myles Garrett got 123.5 guaranteed. Whew,
right. So once again,
but the Steelers aren't going to come close to touching that number.
Well, Myles Garrett is how old? 28? Or is he 32? Is he 30 as well? You can't say 32. I have it written down here.
He's 29.
There he is, 29. He turns 30 4 days after Christmas.
So he's like 14 months younger than TJ.
Here's the problem for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If it is a problem to re-sign TJ Watt, they have 1 year with this quarterback. They have not won a playoff game in 8 years. Jerry Dulac said the whole goal of getting Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith and DK Metcalf and all the other moves that they've made are to win a playoff game this year. End the streak. Get to the Final Four of their conference, if not further. And they have a quarterback who's been there, and done that and may not have another year left. He is motivated. And for sure, and again, I'm talking about what I think is Aaron Rodgers' head. If you told him you're going to Pittsburgh, but you don't have TJ Watt, he'd have been like, on this planet?
Right.
That's true.
Good point.
So all of these moves are to create the now from being the best now it can be. Not next year. Not planning for next year. We're not talking about cap space in 2027 like apparently our neighbors down the road, the Lakers, are.
Dude, that's another whole quote.
I know. But it's now.
Yeah, it's like Spaceballs. Everything that's happening now is happening now.
And right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And week 1 is at the Jets. And Justin Fields, you're just going to let him sit back there without TJ Watt coming around the edge?
Not ideal.
Exactly. It's not. None of it's ideal. I get it. But
to Jerry's point, do you think TJ Watt has already peaked and he's now crept over the hill a little bit?
I mean, on average, the answer is yes, but it doesn't matter because peaked, his slightly less than peak is still above average.
I know, but you don't want to pay a guy who's on the way down $120 million guaranteed.
Guess what? Deal with it then. Your whole strategy is now. You can't also say, well, there's later too.
No, all the moves they've made are for now. But
it's go time. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.